Chapter 39 Personally Step Up. Xue Fanxin had left for the palace as usual early in the morning. Unexpectedly, he was ambushed on the way. The assailant was a sacrificial soldier who had undergone special training. He wanted to die together with Xue Fanxin. Who knew that someone would throw a wrench in the works? Just as Xue Fanxin was about to be killed, Yiqian suddenly appeared and saved him. Thanks to Yiqian saving him, Xue Fanxin's prejudice against him decreased over the past few days, and his anger had also decreased quite a lot. However, although he had not been killed, he had been heavily injured. Both his legs were broken. Even though Xue Fanxin had saved Yiqian's life, he had repaid that debt in the past 2 years. The reason he remained in the Duke's estate was because of the person who had saved him 2 years ago. He had always thought that this person was Li Yaoyao until, if he did not know the truth of what had happened 2 years ago, he would not have taken the huge risk to save Xue Fanxin today. But now, no matter what the price was, he had to protect the only family Xue Fanxin valued. This was his way of repaying Xue Fanxin. Grandpa. When Xue Fanxin found out that Xue Fanxin was injured, she rushed over in a hurry. She ran straight into the house and to the bedside. The bloodied Xue Fanxin was lying on the bed unconscious, and the doctor had yet to come. In the face of such an emergency, ordinary girls would definitely panic. However, Xue Fanxin was only anxious and did not lose her bearings. She quickly checked his injuries. The more she looked, the tighter her brows became. She roared angrily, "Who on earth is so ruthless?" Xue Fanxin's injuries were extremely heavy. If it were not for his good health and level of cultivation, he probably would have gone to see the King of Hell long ago. Even if he was still alive, he was only on his last breath. Unless he was treated in time, he would not be able to last through tonight. The other party sent out sacrificial soldiers. They all committed suicide after the mission failed, so it'll be very difficult to find out who is behind it. Xiner, I guarantee you that he'll find the mastermind and take revenge for the Duke. Yiqian's attention was all on Xue Fanxin. He was shocked to see Xue Fanxin taking Xue Fanxin's pulse. In his impression, Xue Fanxin had never learned medicine. No matter how many medical books she had read in the past few days, it was impossible for her to learn how to take the pulse so quickly, right? The current Xue Fanxin was really different. Could it be that being pushed down the cliff had left a scar on her mind, causing her temperament to change? Xue Fanxin was not in the mood to care about Yiqian and his feelings. She busied herself with treating Xue Fanxin's injuries. No, the injuries are too serious. There's no end to the bleeding. I have to stop it immediately. Hasn't anyone gone to look for a doctor? Why hasn't the doctor come yet? At this moment, the butler hurriedly ran in and said, with a worried expression, "Miss, something bad has happened. I don't know what happened today, but all the doctors in the Imperial City have been invited to treat a noble. All those who know a little medicine have been invited. Even the regular medicinal clerks are no exception." You mean to say that we can't invite a single doctor? Xue Fanxin's brows locked even more tightly. She felt that this matter was not so simple. When her grandfather was injured, all the doctors in the city had been invited to treat a noble. This was too much of a coincidence, so much so that it smelled like a conspiracy. Even if she invited those mediocre physicians, they wouldn't be able to save her grandfather. She might as well do it herself. Butler, prepare a clean cloth, needle, and thread for me immediately. Bring me a jar of wine. Also, I'll write a list. Go buy the medicine for me, according to the list.